So, Donna,
Yeah.
you are the computer lab teacher at Gregory Gardens Elementary.
That's correct.
Can you tell me a bit about what you do in your job, what your role is at Gregory Gardens?
All right. I'm essentially a teacher with a special assignment running the computer lab. So we have classes come in every single week, once a week for at least an hour. And we run through math problems, we run through ELA, some language arts, and we usually switch off during the week. I do run special classrooms for students that need a little extra help. So they would come and see me, and we would run special sessions with them each week. And that's pretty much what I do all week long.
Okay, wonderful. So for the kids that need special help, what kind of problems are they facing, and how do you kind of choose which kids need that extra help?
That we do an assessment through the whole school. We have 3 assessments a year, and according to those figures that come out from their assessment, we have tier 1, 2, and 3, and the ones that are in 2 and 3 were a little bit lower than where they should be, so we bring them in and they get extra time to run through your programs like yours.
Okay.
And so that's what we've been using to help them get over that fence and get on up to being able to progress from where they are.
Okay,
So
perfect. So you trialled Lumio in the school,
yes,
and we're so pleased that you chose to subscribe.
thank you.
What was it that appealed to you about Lumio?
First off, that it was the learning module part. The learning and then the practice and then the end where they feel like they really know what they're doing and feeling good and confident about themselves. A lot of programs don't have that learning module to it. And so that was the real clincher right there, is that said, oh yes, 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 because parents can do it at home, teachers can do it, they can send it as homework during the week, we can have assignments, we can do everything that they don't have to stand and hover over the students. They're pretty much independent at that time.
Okay, wonderful. So you mentioned a lot of ways that Lumio can be used just then. How do you tend to use Lumio with your students?
In my classroom, we have 35 computers, and so I can take up to 34 students, because usually there's one that doesn't work. But they come in, and they usually first will choose their grade level, and then if it's a special something they're working on in a classroom, I'll choose a special aspect of the program that they could choose from to start with. And then once they've done some problems or 10 minutes of it, then they can move on to something, like a program part of their choice that they could choose to do. And so they always get 5 minutes of free time at the end to do whatever they want. But we usually run through some sort of instruction that we've been working on in the classroom. And so that's our goal, to establish that it's not just the classroom, that it could be in the lab, it could be at home, it could be anywhere.
Right, yeah, that makes sense. So it's designed to fit in with what the students are learning in their classroom.
In the classroom. It needs to be an extension of the classroom, and that's, the computer lab isn't just games, it's an extension of the classroom, and that's what we're trying to make it.
And do you mostly use Lumio on the computers, or do you use it with iPads as well?
We also use it with Chromebooks, iPads. The parents have downloaded it on their phones.
Oh.
We've had parents ask, oh, what is that? What's the login again? I lost my phone. And so they've come back and asked for how are we using it? So we're trying to use it everywhere.
Yeah, that's
So,
awesome.
Yeah.
So you're kind of covering all the different devices.
Yes, we're trying to. Our school, we don't really have many iPads. Each teacher has an iPad, but we have Chromebooks. Mm-hmm. Not every student has a Chromebook, but eventually we can build up, and that could be a possibility in the near future. We could have each student have their own Chromebook, which would be great.
Yeah, perfect. How do you think your students have responded to using Lumio?
Oh, giggles. They line up to want to come into the classroom, and they say, what are we doing today? Oh, let's do Lumio. Yay! So they're so excited. Especially there's been a couple of the boys that have been a little bit harder to reach, and they are wanting to come in and show their friends, oh, this is what I can do, you know, and it's really boosted their confidence as well. And so they're, you know, some of the boys that just needed a little extra help, they're sharing with each other what they're playing or what they're doing. Yeah. So it's great. What strategies they used, and oh, hey, let's try this together. Let's see, you know, what we can do. So it's been great.
Nice.
It's been really fun.
Are you facing any particular challenges, or do you have any kind of areas of focus for math or math and technology at the moment in the school?
Right now it's the problem solving.
Okay.
And it's going beyond just answering solving the problem, but what do you do with it? How did I get there? What's the path we get there? Not just the times tables. It's how did we get there? What's a different way we can get there? It's not just the standard times tables. We're trying to get outside of that box and see the different ways. We all learn in different ways. And so if we can find which way the student is best learning, then we can send them on that path upward. And I think Lumio is helping with that a lot, because it's not just times tables. It's going beyond that with trying to solve the problems different ways.
Yeah, that's nice to hear, because we've really tried to design it where it's targeting reasoning and problem solving skills.
Yes.
Not just kind of multiple choice or not just kind of question and answer, but where the child could see what the strategy is, or they could maybe solve a problem in different ways and use different strategies.
And that's where the whole Common Core comes in, is that's what it is. You know, it's changed our whole way of teaching in the classroom.
A different approach.
It's a different approach. Yeah.
Are there any particular features or any pieces in Lumio that you particularly like?
I love the little pictures and icons, or I don't know what you call them.
The little, like the profile pictures.
The profile pictures, they're so cute.
Yeah, and we made some specially for you.
I know. You did, and the kids go, oh, look, and they do want to change sometimes. You know, they want to be able to choose which one.
So that's maybe something for us to work on.
Eventually. But no, they thought it was great. They loved the little, the pictures and the animation, the little, the story that you're telling through the characters. They liked that.
Okay.
The colors too. Oh, the colors are awesome.
Yeah, it's very beautiful.
It is very beautiful.
Yeah,
yes.
We've got great artists working.
Yes.
Do you have any feedback or requests from the students or from your colleagues?
Right now, probably the only request would be that from the students, they were pretty happy. It would be the teachers. They would want reports and to be able to see everything at one glance and not have to click, click, click to get to the information that they want. So they want the information right up front so that it's easy to them to navigate to and say, oh, this is it. That's exactly what I want. And that's what our teachers would like.
So it's usability.
It's usability. Yeah. The students have no problem using it.
Yeah, and
that's.
We track quite a lot of different aspects of the child's performance as they're going through the resource. So there's a lot of data there about the learning performance. And it's about making that putting that across to the teacher in a really simple, accessible way. We
love the way that they log in. They click the button, they find their teacher, and they find their, their little picture. And they love that because it's not having them to sign in with a username and a password. And that is a really good future for teachers, especially when they're bringing their whole classroom in there. It's someone else, one of the students could help somebody find them, their own little picture, if they couldn't.
30 students all trying
30 students, especially the younger ones. And so the way you presented that first screen was awesome. Loved that.
Good
really loved it. Yeah.
Okay. I think that's everything.
Wow.
Thank you so much, Donna.
Well, thank you. This is so much fun.